Hey everybody, welcome back. Slay the Spire. I gotta tell you, I did a run on the Switch last night, 820, and I actually just shut the console off. Like, I hit a mathematical wall against the second boss, much like what happened, I think, when we tried to fight the second boss in our last video. It was the same guy, big sword man. Just saw some numbers pop up on the screen and said, you know what, I'm a head out. I'm gonna go to bed. Hey, a curse for a random rare relic. Once every 6 turns, get intangible. We got decay, which is not the end of the world. Once every 6 turns, intangible is like potentially disgustingly good. There is a theoretical world where 12 damage, huh? This is a bit of a slap in the face. One sec. You got 27. 9, it would give us 24. We gotta hit you with one of these, unfortunately. We take 1, it's not that bad. There is a hypothetical world, and I'm almost wondering if we shouldn't try to make that world happen right now, where we could enter every fight, well, not this time, with intangibility is what I was gonna say. At the very least, if we're far from intangibility, being able to stick in the fight a little bit longer, as long as you can to get closer to intangibility on the next fight, seems like the strongest possible outcome to me. So here, I already love the way this is going down. Give me one of these. There's a temptation to just kill you, don't get me wrong. But there's also a temptation to just leave you alive as long as possible. This is something I've never really done. Your safety is not guaranteed. But the longer we can let this go, the better, in theory, we are equipped for the next fight, right? So this will be turn 3. We could just do this until we don't want to do it anymore. Like, as long as we're drawing attacks, I'm still feeling pretty good. You're not getting any stronger. You gotta be careful because you don't want to end up going up against like an enemy that doesn't attack on the first turn and then you waste your intangibility, but I kind of believe. I'm kind of a believer here. I feel very smart right now. I don't know if that'll stick, but for the time being, I'm kind of a genius. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. Let's just wheel kick you. I know we're gonna take damage this turn. I accept it as it's the facts of life, baby. And I think the longer we can just preserve this again, if we could go into our lead fight, if we win in it, I think if actually this is a great turn to kill you. If we go up against the devil, then it'll start giving us intangibility on the 3rd turn, which is ideal. If we go up against the Lagavulin, we can just choose when to pop it for intangibility. The only way this sucks is if we use it against the artifacts, in which case we'd rather have it early, but I'm okay with this. Am I, like, I'm a changed man right now. Are you experiencing what I'm talking about? This is a new world for me. Get that curse out of my deck. We have intangibility ready to go. This is the guy we wanted to see intangibility against, because this turn we don't care too much. Obviously, if possible, we'd prefer not to get hit this much. But next turn we got intangibility, which is beautiful, because this is the turn where he actually does some serious damage. And we did it. We got out of it just fine. Captain's Wheel, 3rd turn, 18 block. I'll take a Consecrate. I think the upgraded eruption's pretty important. I really don't want to squander this one. Okay, so let's see how we stand here. This might be a great time to just think about who you're going to go up against. I think... Okay, just work with me, alright? This is harder than I've ever worked, and we're only on the 1st floor. Because now we got the 3rd turn to think about as well. Ideally, I think we would kill you when we have a 4 here. That way, If we go up against a Lagavulin, we pop it. We don't really care when. This is a slap in the face, man. This is a slap in the face. There, at least we get some block out of it. I guess we could draw more block this way. We did indeed. That way, I think it does nicely. I love this. Okay, so we want to wait one more turn. I think it does nicely against the obelisks, because it'll give us intangibility on the turn in which they do 20 damage. And against the Lagavulin, we pop it whenever we please. We need some blocks. Like, I'll take a cut through fate, but we need some blocks. Blue candle. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Do I want to commit to fight 2 elites? No. Do I want the option to fight 2 elites? Yes, I do. Give me a rest in that case. We could still time this. This could still... Okay, so this is perfect. First turn, we run the risk of taking some damage, but we accept that as the cost of doing business. Second turn, we hope to draw Eruption. Third turn, we get 18 block anyway. So we got a nice little window here to work with. There's our Eruption. So you're dead. We're taking 1. Here's a quarter. Call somebody who cares. Take one of those. Take one of those. We'll probably... We probably should have killed you because we got enough block covered to, for this turn. Well, roughly. Maybe we'll just go for you anyway. This is smarter than I've ever done anything in my life. So now, again, you might as well stall. We don't want to kill you on this turn. We might as well get closer to intangibility. And if we can put up enough block, which we can, we wouldn't have killed you. But that's still really good. Potion Belt seems awesome. I think a Master Reality synergizes super well, of course. This is, you just want early Consecrate. This just kind of sucks. This is just a little garbage. So we'll pop the potion. You can hold that Miracle. We have a problem, which is... It's not really a problem, so to speak. But it's not ideal. Our intangibility and our Captain's Wheel are synced up, which we do not... It doesn't give us the benefits we're looking for, obviously. But intangibility is always gonna... It's always gonna hit the spot, right? I think on this turn, we can just do Battle Him, Master Reality, and then 5 damage. Just get you closer to death. Then we'll draw a Carve Reality, and you know what? Sure, just get that out of here. Now we got a Smite Plus. I'm not sweating it. Oh, this guy, he's popping off. I forgot about the part where he pops off. We still got you. Should have done a... it doesn't matter. Okay, so again, don't play this on the 3rd turn. You're doing 8 damage. That's cute. When is our elite? We don't know yet. So we're kind of in... We're just hanging right now. This one's... I'm glad it's a Saturday, so I got time for this. Let's try to get... Like, 1 turn would be ideal, I think. So if we could kill you on turn 5 and then just walk into our next fight with intangibility, that seems nice. We need blocks, man. Like, I know, like, we don't need them as much as you might think, but I'll take an empty fist, but we gotta add some blocks. Okay, so I love turn 1, we don't have to worry. And I'll also say, and this is probably, we should have done this so differently, but whatever. Turn 2, we do have to worry. So let's see if I can get you close. But turn 3, we don't have to worry. So if we can just put up enough block on this turn, and there's a lot of... I mean, we could also just kill you, probably. But we'd rather stall. Good stuff, brain. Although, bad stuff, brain, because you're taking 3. Do we care? No, because we're setting ourselves up for an elite fight. So I think this is understandable. I think it's borderline advisable. Yeah, we'd like this to go as long as possible. You might as well... As long as you draw this, you can't escape from me next turn. So we'll finish it on turn 3, which sucks because it syncs up the Captain's Wheel in this, but it's either that or lose gold. Which is not ideal. Give me the Sanctity. I feel like we just need it. And this is... It's not so bad because we can choose. So let's give me a Master Reality. Don't wake up. We're going to try to fish for a Battle Hymn. It's important, if possible, to get that battle hymn early. And look at that. Okay. So, we want to pop you on this turn so that we get damage and take advantage of the fact that next turn you're not going to do anything. So a wheel kick is 15, obviously. Carve Reality is 2 energy for 22. Well, but the thing is, what you're going to do is Carve Reality and then a wheel kick anyway. Then we're going to store these smites, because with an eruption and an energy potion, like, your life is over. And we might not even need the energy potion, because I think we'll just kill you next turn outright. This is the smartest thing I've ever done. I don't know what else to say. We're not really synced up for the boss fight here, but that's totally fine. And now I'm like, maybe we can make a worship work, but I feel okay. So we'll get a smith going here. Probably an innate battle hymn is of the utmost importance. Let me hydrate before the fight here. I'm feeling smart. That's not common for me. And I love our first turn here. I think we might as well get Vigilance going just so we can get energy by popping out. Which we won't get to do, but that's okay. So the whole premise of what we got going on here, this next turn is good for us, but we're just waiting for Eruption. It shows up. We pop and pop and pop and pop, and then we go back into kind of like a holding period here. We want to exit stance for sure. We don't need to do it immediately. Dump them both, because I want to cycle through a little faster here. You're going to do 12 damage. Well, okay, fair. You know what? I think we'll probably pop our energy potion. I think I should have done this a little differently. But it's okay. We take 1. We got 2 smites in hand for our next trip around the sun. Or for right now. That's good too. You know, let's just cycle 1 back. Basically, when we draw an eruption, you're dead. Alright, thank you for not forcing me to put my math to the test. I wanted to keep the potions as long as possible, but if we can't, then we can't. You know, I still think we're very well equipped. Okay, so use your brain. This is a good time to be thinking. We do need block. With the proper setup, Deviform, like with the proper intangibility setup, we can play Deviform more often. But Spirit Shield is also really good. I'm gonna... Man, it's actually kind of a tough one. I'm gonna take the Spirit Shield. I think it's a little harder to screw up. And... This is a tough one for me. Are we gonna be a stance-changing deck? Not really. I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna take Velvet Choker. It's such a trap, and yet here I am taking it. This floor. What do we want to see? I love, like a campfire sandwich, but we can't get more than 1 elite if we go to this campfire sandwich. What if we go this way, and here we can decide whether we feel comfortable going campfire first or elite first, and then we can decide whether we want to do even more. Okay, and this would allow us to hit a shop if we want to, which is nice. Okay, 18 damage. It's not great. Let's get these 2 cards out of here. This is a fine first turn. We can play everything. We're choked out, but that's understandable. This is honestly not that bad. It's not amazing that, what are you got 26 damage coming out here? I think we'll store some energy. No, you should just pop it off. This is still not that bad. Next turn, okay, we're out of sync, which is good. We're not in sync, which means this turn's good, our next turn's good too. Do we like a Vigilance? We don't care for a Vigilance. We don't need it. The Empty Fist that costs us some energy. So probably I'd like to kill you. Let's get an Eruption out there, because our next turn is going to be pretty easy for us too. So Erupt on you. Let's kill you. Let's get... Yeah, because next turn we're intangible. Let's hit you pretty good. The Smite will come close to killing you next turn. Actually, I think it'll kill you outright. We're intangible. That's actually not as good as I thought it would be here. We need to draw. We still need to draw. I just need a defend. I hate to do it. I just need a defend. Thank you. That's fantastic for us. And now we take a look, right? Because we're going to have another fight coming up at some point. Ideally, we'd like to stall as long as possible. So I wouldn't mind hitting you for 9. We're just going to hold you in a place where we can kill you in the future. And then we're just going to clear some space in our hand. Because we don't want to kill you on turn 3 either. That's like the worst possibility. Am I willing to take 1 damage to get a little closer? The answer to that is absolutely. 1 damage should not be, hopefully, that appropriate to worry about. Now, am I willing to take... We're going to be in sync, which is unfortunate. I'm not willing to take as much as they were going to do there. All we needed to do was draw a defend, and that would have been fine, but so be it. Why don't you give me a Crush Joints? I think we can make it work. I'm going to say, give me a Relic at the cost of Shame. Then, when we come here, we can make we can dump Shame. I think a Toxic Egg is going to be very nice for us. Now, we're far away. Yeah, let's try to reconfigure our elite setup here. Or sorry, our intangibility setup. I just hate this enemy, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, we are back. I don't want to use a potion here if I can avoid it. I think we defend, Crush Joints, Carve Reality, battle him. And you know what? Let's save that Smite. We're not going to kill you quickly here. Like, next turn is the turn we have to worry about the most. So, let's see if we can draw some defense. It's fantastic. Next turn, we got nothing to fear. We can still play some cards here. Master Reality is important, but I'm not sure how important. Like, I feel like we can probably kill you in a couple turns. Or at least put you in the range where you're going to be possible to kill in a couple turns. You know what I mean? Don't play any cards. What are you doing? Just stall? Like, okay, we're gonna have to kill you, unfortunately. I wish we didn't, genuinely, because we're 5 turns away from intangibility. But that's fine. Give me a Protect. I think, as the deck... I'm liking the sandwich, don't get me wrong. But I think as the deck can only play 6 cards, getting a card that's expensive is fine. So let's get a double draw here real quick, and that also gives us some defend, which is nice. If we were to enter our Divinity stance, we would get a bunch of energy. Could we kill an enemy with a 24 and an 8? Yes, okay. I think you do it like this. I think you do take this opportunity to hit you. This will just kill you, which is beautiful. We can only play 2 more cards. I think you go 24, 27, and you say, who cares about battle him? We're doing so well here. Now, this is interesting, okay? We want to get... I think you just like to finish this on with the intangibility at 5. And if you can do that, like, the world's your oyster. Fair enough. So not this turn, where we don't have to worry about block very much at all. But if we can kill you on the next turn, I mean, we could kill you this turn, don't get me wrong. But if we can kill you on the next turn, I think that will basically give us a leg up on the next fight. We did use a heavy potion there. Like, to get rid of that potion is a little spooky, right? I think we could take a second protect, honestly. Because it's a great potion. I don't like just dumping the potion for no reason. But I don't think that was a no-reason situation. So I think we can get away with the smithing. And we definitely want, like, double vulnerable. Consecrate? You always want to see a consecrate here with an Akabeko. Because, like, what is this? We're intangible on this turn. It's not ideal, for sure. I think we just want to be in this stance, though. Because we should be able to kill you and then, hopefully, exit stance. Beautiful. It's good. It's good. You're doing 12. That strikes me as just fine. Don't forget a sanctity. Actually, this is important. I want to draw faster because that eruption is going to control for when we get the kills here. So the faster we can draw the eruption, the better. We can get away with playing... Honestly, if we wanted to, we could probably get away with playing no defense this turn. So that we could hold a protect for the future. That seems sensible to me right now. It's 4 damage. It's not a ton. Let's draw that for now. So we want to kill you, not because we're about to fight an elite. Yeah. We want to kill you this turn or the next turn. Either one, I think, would be totally fine. And I don't think we're going to kill you this turn. Oh, I'm stupid. So we'll kill you next turn. And feel fine about it, because we're starting with intangibility. I think we need another way to enter Wrath or create vulnerability. Dreamcatcher, no thank you. I'm gonna get a little spicy. Like, this is probably spicier than you'd like to see. But we're basically going in with 1 free turn. This is who we want to see. We want to see you attacking. You're not attacking on turn 1, so maybe we'd consider this a slight whiff, but that's okay. Oh my god, a devil form. Which is, at this point, with Velvet Choker, not as good. But that's okay. You gotta get close to death. Then this turn's gonna suck. Yeah. You gotta think this one through. I think it starts with something like this. We're really trying to draw an eruption, maybe. Okay, it's life goes on. Probably. You're doing 24. We have 3 cards left. Give me one of those. Give me one of those. I'm going to take a Master Reality. We know that this guy's got to go, but I also felt like he was going. And I still feel like he's going. In fact, I'd say he's gone. If possible, believe it or not, we'd like to not kill you on this turn. And this is where the man's losing his mind, okay? I wouldn't disagree with you. But if we can kill you on a later turn, it still benefits us more. Like, even to not do it on this turn seems ideal to me, so that we can get to, like, immediate intangibility on our next one. We did use 2 potions there, so that was not, like, just a give-in. One of them was Devil form, too, so it's really good. But fasting is interesting, right? We can only play 6 cards anyway, so I feel like our energy is not that valuable, but I'm also like, I don't really want to mess with this deck as we see it right now. Okay, so you're not even attacking on turn 1. Hard not to take offense to that. Whatever. Take a good smack. This turn we have to worry about. Next turn, we don't have to worry about so much. We start with 18 block. We Oh, you're gonna make me play a protect. I guess not. Well, there was a part of me that's like, we don't have to, and instead we could just play our divinity potion, but that's not nearly as good. Okay, so we, again, although you're certainly killable, I think the longer we stall, especially you don't want to do it on 3 when you got a captain's wheel. The longer we can wait, the better, and that's as long as we can wait. So be it. Bottled Miracle in hand. I definitely think we don't care as much about stance changes now, because the energy from leaving calm no longer really benefits us. I think we'll just make sure you're close to death. This turn's good. This next turn's good for us. There may come a time where that's not the case, but it won't be now. I think we need the 2-turn vulnerable to give us a little gas for the next turn. Now we got Captain's Wheel. So I'd say we like it. We like it, because you're vulnerable. We'll take advantage of that. I hate to double up on the dazes, but it is what it is. You're doing 18 damage. That's nothing too serious. Should have maybe stalled a little longer. I like a foreign influence. The only downside is it is 2 cards played, but you know, call me crazy or call me a believer. Just don't call me late for supper. Early battle him is a must play. Eviscerate's still great. 21 or more cards. I think I'll just take the damage immediately. We can play 3 more cards. This also, where are we at? Oh my god, this is actually potentially really, really good. Because this is the kind of boss... And we can just sit here. This is the kind of boss, or the kind of fight, I should say, where we can basically pick our shot, right? Like, we're intangible right now. As long as we just hold the cards that would give us lethal. Like, okay, we gotta think about who we're going up against. You, I think you do most of your damage on turn 2 early. So if we could go in... If we could kill you on turn 4 here... I think that would please me. So I'm just trying to keep you low enough. It's not as easy as I would like. I'm just trying to keep you low enough that you always feel like healing. Well, just get a protect out of hand. Look at that. So we'll kill you this turn. Now, this relies on my knowledge of the game, so I could be very off. But Flex Potion's nice, too. I really don't feel like we need an Empty Mind here, because we're a little energy strapped. Now, this I know what you're thinking, is like, please, Hammer, don't hurt him. Are you really going to go for the Smith here? And the answer, to me, is no. To me, this is a no. I think we could do with more good attacks. This does, and you know what? Maybe a Cut-Through Fate is a better... Like, having 2 of those in the deck is a little better to select the stuff we're looking for. But I would not be surprised. So next turn, we're fine. We can definitely enter Wrath. Do some decent damage. Let's get an insight in here. I would not be surprised to see us feeling compelled to use the Divinity Potion. Maybe not the best use of, like, Consecrate, potentially, but... And we're at what? We played 4 cards. We gotta play a Master Reality. Makes the rest of our life so much easier. We're good on this turn, too. Man, this just... It changes the game, huh? Foreign Influence? Yeah, why not? Honestly, I kind of like the Poison Stab just to get through your artifact badness. And we're off to a really good start, but we got to figure out how we're going to get out of this stance on this turn. We're gonna get out of the stance on this turn. Would you look at that? We need to see an empty fist. Get it out there. You're doing 24. Fair. Fair. Ooh, that was Sundial? Would you look at that? We can play 2 more cards. Well, let's try to get your artifact taken care of, and then we'll do one of those. Kind of a crappy turn, but life goes on. I wanted to see if we would, like, draw an Eruption. Having 2 protects in hand is super nice, though. So 58 damage. You gotta use your brain. Can we kill you? Probably not. And in that case, I think we just want to put up enough block to possibly kill you next time. And I think we can get there. You take a turn off, right? I would describe that as taking a turn off. And now next turn we're intangible, so I'm like, I don't even want to kill you on this turn. If we can avoid it, we might as well at least wait 1 turn. And if we don't have to kill you on this turn, I don't see a good reason to kill you on this turn. So get as strong as you want to get. This turn will probably kill you. Okay, so I'm feeling much smarter than I've ever felt before. Definitely an establishment makes sense. Out of those 3 cards, it makes the most sense. We don't need so much energy, but of all of these, I think you gotta say Cursed Key is probably what you're looking for. This now incentivizes, in my mind, the idea of taking more expensive cards. But let's see. Very tempting. This is a very tempting situation here. Because I do think we still would benefit from having some relics to take us to the next level. Well, the dream combo is very simple. You just do ya, ya, ya. And then you get like a... After turn 2, you get a free smite like every turn. This turn, you're doing 9 damage. Sounds good to me. Actually, one of the best things for us here is that our Protect is gonna be free after a certain amount of time as well. We gotta draw it first, obviously. We're intangible on this turn, which is stellar. But that's as much as we can really do. It's okay. I'd like to kill you at the ideal time. I think it's certainly possible. Like, we could... In fact, we might just take advantage of this. And then this. Now you're basically killable whenever we want. We're going to hit a lot of question marks on the way up, but it seems to me... I'm trying to think of the elites we go up against here. I think the best case scenario would be to kill you on 4. That's just my 2 cents, but that seems to buy us a good amount of survival no matter who we're up against. So we'll wait 1 more turn to get you. And another potion. Would you look at that? I feel like we don't need any of these right now. The Bowling Bash is kind of tempting. Okay. Interesting, right? I think the healing is still important. I still believe in the power of healing. This guy, like, I'm not sweating it in the slightest. This seems like a dream to me. And I love what we drew. That doesn't bother me at all. We're already intangible. I actually want to draw. Okay. We want to get you close to breaking. That's about as close as we can get. This is totally fine. We'll probably get a potion for doing this, by the way. We can self-select when we get there. Dead Branch. Interesting. Don't really want any of those, but tempting. We probably should have waited and take my Cut Through Faith. We got a second one. Bottled Flame, an attack in hand to start with, huh? I think a Consecrate, I mean, it's not our best attack, but it scales the best with Akabeko. We actually wanted this to be combat. Tranquility, Wreath of Flame. Decay, Wreath of Flame. Decay, Tranquility. Wreath of Flame, Writhe. Eruption. Oh, there was an upgraded Vault in there. You piece. So we wanted intangibility faster here, but whatever. What can you do, right? So give me Battle Hymn. Don't be afraid to use your potions here. Evaluate's big. And then I think you got to go right back to the well with a second Evaluate just to minimize your damage taken. We might as well hit you 3 times, I guess. This is not that bad. It's just not as, you know, good as we wanted it to be. But that's pretty good. I'll play a Miracle to hopefully draw into some powers here a little faster. We don't really care to play any card that we have, so why don't we play this and try to draw something more valuable? And I honestly think we did. By the way, the Dead Branch could screw this whole thing up for us. It's not like we had no choice. We could have opted not to take it. I was kind of like, now... we got 3 cards left. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's play something that's cheap. And it just keeps. I see the problem, and I see the solution. What's the solution? I don't know. Play your smites closer to lethality, I guess, is the solution. Next turn we're intangible, so why don't we just create a situation like this right here? I think you're dead next turn. In which case we did a great job. I'm starting to allow myself to believe that this could be the one. I don't know if Orichalcum's going to do it for us. I think we can take a Ragnarok. And, jeez Louise, man. Let's rest, and then if things go super well, we have a second elite we could fight if we want. I'm getting a little spicy on the amount of cards we're adding, and this is a little spooky. Let's pop a Flex Potion. Don't laugh at me, okay? I stand by that. With God as my witness, I think we made the right call there. Now, how much? Not enough. Like, you... Can we just... I guess we just gotta try to kill you. 36. 27. 3 more cards. We got there. We used an amazing potion. Dude, Anchor's kind of sick, though. Another Protect hits the spot. Tungsten Rod. Honestly, does Tungsten Rod, like, completely invalidates pain? First card does more damage. So you gotta start with a Wheel Kick here. We're gonna take a little. I live with that. Might as well hit you. We got 2 more cards. Sure, well, we might as well just hit you once then. Okay, hit me for 3. Next turn is the most vulnerable. I guess you only hit me for 2, technically. If we're not getting hit on this turn, then we are not sweating it. I'm willing to just play these. I think we gotta make sure you die. Now, this turn should be fine. You're not even attacking. I guess we'll just play this. It costs us a card. Have we already played a Master Reality? We have, okay. But I'm okay with this. So I want to do as much damage as possible. Is there a chance we can X his stance? Yeah. Is there a chance we can't X his stance? Might be a better question. And the answer there is also yeah. But I'm willing to give it a try. I think we can afford... We don't have anything else we want to play, so why don't you just get that sweet Sansa time out there. Intangibility on this turn is awesome. Thank you so much. Like, genuinely. Let's play a Miracle. See what you get. Empty Mind. It's nice to exit our turn with that, but we're okay where we stand for now. We got 2 cards left, definitely. I mean, here's the thing. Oh, no. Regret. Oh! I'm sure I don't need to point this out for you, but we were Velvet Chokered there. We do not have an establishment out there yet. 45. Not amazing. Let's get an establishment regardless. One of these, one of these. Now, we're still taking a lot of damage. Now we're taking no damage. We can still play 2 cards. Just gonna hit you. That's a good hit for 76. I'm starting, again, to allow myself to believe that we're in here. You're doing 50 damage, which is horrible. But if we could draw an Eruption, that would be awesome. If we can't, maybe a Wheel Kick into an Eruption. Ragnarok will do 60 damage, which is going to be more than 60. Never mind. I thought because of slow, you'd be worse off, but give me another Protect, and we're still riding here. We're synced up, which I hate, but everything else is great. We're never going to use a Flex Potion on the bosses, so just send it. Nine damage. Why do I care? I missed the part where that's my problem, to put it in Spider-Man parlance. This is a terrible turn. Very dangerous. But how about 1, 2, you're doing what? 22 plus, you're doing 35? I'm okay taking 3 damage, which will actually be 2, if it would set up something for us next turn. And this would... We're talking about setting something up. I guess we might as well pressure points you, like, for lack of a better option. Now, this turn's good. Next turn, we have Intangible, too, so you can kind of... If you wanted to, you can go all in here. I don't know if we need to, though. Like, this... This... I wish you were dead. No offense. Or whatever. I don't mind that. Could play 2 more cards. Start here. Might as well just lucky you. We don't need a Spirit Shield. We're intangible next turn. Now, we're going to have to kill you. Like, I wish that we didn't, because we could get intangibility to a better place. But it's got to happen. Three cards left. I'm just happy we could get the damage, honestly. I was a little scared there for a second. Why don't you toss me a Wallop? It does 2 things in one, which seems really good for us. This seems really bad for us, by the way, but it is what it is. Ooh, a Conjure Blade. You don't say. 27 damage. We got 28 up there. We're gonna battle him. We just have to play that. I wish we could have played both, but our Miracle would have hit Velvet Choker. $14 damage. Lovely. Now, if we could just rinse and repeat that, that would be swell. How about a Flying Sleeves, because we can retain it at least? Like, Expunger does not retain, so let's just torch ya. We can play 4 more cards. I mean, suppose that makes the most sense. Let's draw a Wheel Kick next turn. We do want to be able to exit stance at some point. Vigilance can make that happen for us. Let's land a Smite, see what you get. Vigilance. Master Reality. Yeah, this is fine. Master Reality, Miracle, Defend. Now... Oh, I thought we were getting stuff cheaper, but we're not. We're just getting it... This is the last turn we have to worry about, though. Okay, so that's enormous. I guess Indignation would have been sick there, too. Smite. Good attack. Smite. Good attack. We got 1 energy left. That's not enough. I don't know if you've noticed this. 1 energy is not enough to play a Protect. I'm going to weaken you. Just, it doesn't save us much, but it saves me enough to not feel as bad. Because this turn, we don't care. And if you don't care, then we don't care. Always love the big defense with 1 hit. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Well, I think we need to remove... you know what? Maybe we don't need to remove a curse. Maybe, maybe... Vulnerable to all enemies for 0 seems great. And then I'm like, dude, I think you might do best with just 3 potions. And then if we can remove a card, I guess we'd rather remove a curse. Pain seems not so bad thanks to Tungsten Rod. Oh, we have another shove. That's alright. We didn't want this awesome upgrade anyway. Like, it would have made things too easy for us. So, we'll rest. And we at least made it. And I'm kind of eager to see how this goes. Turn 1. We don't want to get hit. We got 2 turns to work with to start working. We know we're going to play Battle Him. Well, you should probably play Spirit Shield first if you're going to do that, but... We don't need to bust anything special out here. That's your turn. You know how it works. You just get those smites in there. We want to apply as many debuffs to you as possible. We know we have to get rid of this. Ooh, okay. You have to play Alpha. I would really like to not take 30 damage. The only way we're going to do that is to exhaust some cards. So let's start with the Miracle. Thank you. We can play 2 more. Thank you. I think it's more important we take 0 damage, especially considering that this is the first of 2 boss fights. Then we get 18 free block this turn. Beta, please. Early beta could have changed the game, but that's okay. Whenever you play a card, upgrade it. We love it. You're doing 30. Not ideal. Let's create some blocks. Fasting. Now that's an interesting idea. I think we can play it. And look at that. Now we get to 30 block. We got a beta coming up, I can tell you that. Beta coming right up. There it is. Give me that. We got room to work with. We got 3 energy. Play a foreign influence. I'll take an Iron Wave that I'm sure is going to give us more block than I expected. Now, we're gonna scry all the way home. We're gonna get 2 evaluates just because they're faster. I love an establishment as well. We're trying to scry through enough to get to Omega, at which point all we have to do is block to win the fight. We're not there yet, but we can get there, okay? So, you're doing 36? That's a funny joke. It's actually, like, hilarious. We'll play this, 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 and this. Now all of our retained cards get even cheaper, which gives us great cycle on Dead Branch. No Omega yet, but hold on. But wait, there's more. There it is. That was super risky. Probably shouldn't have done it that way. Let's make sure you're getting closer to death as quickly as possible. Sure, an Indignation works here, but from my perspective, I'm like, why risk it, right? We're at full HP with full potions. Have you noticed this part yet? The full HP and the full potions. 20, 30, 40, so it's 33 plus... Okay, you play this, you play this, you play this. Now we're loving life. Just keep as many defends up there as possible, because that's all we need. And then we have 3 cards to play with. There's 1. Is tempting. Sure, why not? Okay, Dono is gonna die. Now I'm like, we don't know what we're going up against next, okay? I would like to get you close to death. That way we could kill you, hopefully, like at our leisure. But we'd ideally like to go into the next fight, if possible, with... And I don't think it's going to be possible. Yeah, let's just kill you. I was going to say go into the next fight with intangibility ready to go, but it is what it is. Now, this one could be a little tougher because we do rely on our powers. I think turn 1, we're going to rely on an indignation, which is very spooky. And then a flex potion, and probably I want to do some vulnerability, but maybe we'll hold off there. Because a consecrate just blows you out. You don't have to die this turn. So I am kind of thinking you could miracle. You know, it is what it is. We play a protect for sure. We're only taking 22, which is not great, but it's not that bad. And I guess we could play this, and then it'll drop it back on top of our draw pile. We need to X his stance, though. That much is a given. And we got there, thankfully. So we will smite. X his stance. That's important. Yeah, it's probably important to do it early. Sanctity. 1 energy left. 27. Sounds great to me. Okay. We are trying to play powers here. We have intangibility this turn. That's great. Because we can definitely tantrum you. Probably vulnerability. Should have done that first, obviously. We need to find a way to exit stance. Probably say no to both of those. There's no reason not to play a trip for 0. Exit stance? Okay. We'll just end turn. I would like to exit stance is the thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because if it weren't for that, we might have been in a little trouble. Now, the dream here, of course, is what if we don't have to exit stance? And we actually don't. And what if we could play our establishment after you get eliminated? So we could hit you for 27. Hold on. This hits you for 78 plus 36. Wrong. Which allows you... It allows you to play an establishment, okay? But if you play the establishment, you might not be able to exit stance. As good as this is, we have to exit stance. Thank God. Otherwise, we would just be toast. And we did draw it. Just to be clear, we did draw it, but we didn't know we were going to draw it. So we're going to play Empty Body. We're going to play Evaluate. We're going to play Protect. We're going to use our Bottled Miracles. And then we're just going to take 8 damage. We're going to take 8 damage. Okay, I can live with that. We got to start working ya. The Protects are going to be very helpful there. We'll start with the Crush Joints. Why don't you give me an Insight? See what you draw? Oh no, we didn't get pressure points. Nobody cares. I'm okay with taking 6 again. We gotta get some junk out of our hand, though. Like, I think I gotta hit ya. I want to do this, but it's tough. You know what we can do? Is do this. And then again, we're taking 6 for no reason, and we're kind of floundering. Well, 5, I guess, technically. We need to draw some cards. Give me this. And give me this. Okay, now we're taking no damage. We can actually get something done. A wallop is pretty nice, but what if we see what we can get out of this? A Master Reality? That's a beautiful get. We have one more card to play. Okay, with one more card, let's just smack you around a little bit. Because this is A20. This is it. This is for all the marbles and all that. So an establishment is critical to our game plan. If we're gonna play Sanctity, we might as well get the card draw trigger. We have 3 cards left. I think that this will look like, because you're doing 42. This will look like a Miracle, a Protect, and then actually getting a halt out of that speaks to me on a human level. Now we can play some good stuff. We got Intangibility this turn. We wish to destroy you. To draw an Eruption would change our lives. Forget it. Forget it. We don't care. We gotta bust you this turn. So I'm just gonna trip you. I'm just gonna smack you. I'm just gonna smack you. Devotion, for the cost of a single card, I say yes to Devotion here. That could come out and save us in a dream scenario. This seems beautiful to me. So we get 18 block right out the gate. We'll just Ragnarok you nicely. And remember, if you just make it to turn 6, you get the Intangibility. So we only have 4 energy, but that's not bad, really. As long as we can put up enough block to live. 16 takes us to 47, you're doing 42. You're not dying. I wish you were, for the record, but you're not. So let's exit stance. We got 2 cards remaining. That's where you play your defend and your protect. Now we're 1 turn away from intangibility. No, we're 1 turn away from divinity. And I think we're gonna die. You need this. Thank you, Tungsten Rod. On Divinity, we know we just need to hit you until you die. So that's what you're looking to draw. 32. My God. Oh my God. It's more energy, but it doesn't get us there. It doesn't get us there. I was in the pool. It's done. We lost. Oh, we were literally 1 card away from winning. But it's hard to be mad. I'm thrilled because we were so good the whole time. I'm actually not beaten up over that at all. That's one of the best runs I've ever played. And we're saying that a lot. So hey, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. We're gonna get there. And I'll see you next time. See ya!